We head now to the Manukau Memorial Gardens, a cemetery in South Auckland. In the children's area of the cemetery, a maintenance worker or workers has caused damage across a large section of graves. Auckland Cemetery's manager, Catherine Moore, told me what she knows so far.
So on Monday, our contractors who do the mowing and gardening out at Manukau Memorial Gardens came in to do their usual mowing and line trimming, and on Tuesday, one of our families who have a child in our children's and babies area contacted us to say that there were a number of decorations that had basically been mowed over. So we obviously went out there and we've tidied up the area now. We've spoken to Downers, who are the contractor, and they've come out, had a look, and absolutely, they were as shocked and upset as we were, and have apologised and agree that it's completely unacceptable. So they're going to do an investigation and find out what on earth happened out here. And then in the meantime, we're just trying to get hold of families so that we can let them know what's happened.
Roughly how many graves are we talking about?
So there's about 170 graves in that area.
So this person who was mowing the lawns or doing whatever it was that they were doing didn't just go over a couple of graves, they just kept going over them?
Yes, so it's a lawn area, so there shouldn't be a huge number of decorations on the grass, but we do expect that where something has slipped off the edge of the concrete up by the headstone, that it's just put back in place and not hit with the mower on the way past.
And so we're talking about the sorts of things that are so sadly present on the graves of children and babies, which is toys and precious objects and things from the family and stuff, are we?
Absolutely. So soft toys, little teddy bears, flowers that family have been bought. There were a couple of wooden crosses and grave markers that are often used to mark the grave before the headstone is placed, because often families leave it a year or so before they place a headstone.
Right, yeah, absolutely. There's unveilings and all those sorts of things. Yes, so even wooden crosses were run over.
Well, there were a couple of wooden crosses that sort of ended out on the grass, so and some solar lights that were damaged and in the middle of the grass. So they must have been hit by the line trimmer or the mower. Otherwise, there's no other real explanation for how they would have.
I don't understand any explanation for this. I mean, if you are a contractor charged with mowing around children's graves where there are toys and precious objects and flowers and crosses and all that kind of stuff, it would seem to me that the most singular requirement would be not to smash and break and hit those things.
Absolutely, and look, I've spoken to someone from Downers Management, and they're as at a loss as you and I, and no doubt the families are as well. They have been our contractors out here for over 4 years, and we haven't had any of this before, so we're at a loss at the moment, but I agree. I think, it's clearly a children's area. You can tell by the decorations that it's precious to these families. They've been through enough, the fact that they've had to bury one of their children, and, they just don't need or deserve this on top of that.
So Downers are investigating?
So they're investigating, and they're going to get back to us.
How long would you expect that to take? I mean, it's one phone call, isn't it? You phone the man or woman who was driving this thing and you say, what the hell were you up to?
Well, I've had the phone call and the apology, this afternoon, and they've been out to site, so I would expect to hear back from them either later this evening or tomorrow when they've got some kind of, but yes, I have no idea what that explanation would be.
Auckland Cemetery's manager Catherine Moore.